What's going on? We're joined by WashU basketball players right now, Matt Nestor and Devon Ruckham, and Coach Pat Yuckham. How are you guys doing this afternoon?
We're doing pretty well.
Not the best circumstances to be sitting right here, I imagine, right?
Yeah, it's obviously what's going on far goes beyond basketball and our experiences. But yesterday certainly for us and for I think athletes, college athletes, pro athletes across the country were a difficult day.
And kind of like everyone, we all realized what happened on social media. We saw the pictures at practice where you guys got the news. Kind of walk me through those photos. I mean, some pretty powerful photos that were taken yesterday.
I mean, so right after we learned of the news, they were taking those photos. So yeah, it was a pretty powerful moment. It just kind of, I think it hit all the seniors that was our last time ever being on the court together. It was definitely tough, but also we understood why, it was bigger than basketball, like Coach said.
And Hannah, I mean, for you, what was your mindset when you saw those pictures yesterday?
I know, it's really just a disappointing thing to see, and there's so much success there, and I know that Washington University, the last time you guys made it to the Sweet 16 for this tournament was in 2009. You win the tournament that year. You guys are both in your senior seasons. What was the bus ride home, knowing that you put so much effort and work into the season, and for it to end like this for your college careers?
I would say, if anything, it was a celebration. It was definitely out of our control what happened. But everything that we've accomplished here, it's really important to us. We put so much into it. Even when we abruptly started practice or stopped it, I was in between laughing and crying. It's like, okay, there's nothing you can do about it, but at the same time, it's like, that's it. And so just kind of soaking it all in.
Yeah, I think on that bus ride back, we were just trying to enjoy each other's presence as much as possible. And we thought we could be sad maybe tomorrow or the next day, but now that we're with each other, let's celebrate and enjoy each other's presence.
Coach, I think more than anything, this is a really tough issue to address, and I know that you were kind of interrupted in the middle of practice, and this was something that you said you weren't too surprised after seeing so many leagues, whether it's paused, suspended, canceled, the tournament's canceled overall. What was the message to the team at this time?
I just privately was hopeful that we could get to practice. That we didn't have the message delivered to us on the bus, in the hotel, that we could, your season typically in our sport, in any sport, ends on the court, on the field, and for us to be able to get to practice, and we had I think 45 or 50 minutes, and we were, once we got into the bubble, I think we all were a little bit caught up and distracted, but once we got into the bubble and got into the practice, it was good. Guys were playing the right way, and it was just, we were in that area that brought us together, and so when we did get that word, I don't think anyone was, we weren't shocked, but yet that abruptness, and especially for these guys right here who have put so much into it, and the reason we were there on that court in Naperville was because of these guys, and they'd won a conference championship, they'd progressed, they'd won two rounds of the tournament, and we were playing our best basketball, and so there always is going to be that part that wonders, would this team, would we have advanced? But what we talked about, what immediately came to mind is just, it's, yes, this is really disappointing, but what you guys have is you guys have each other. You guys have this an amazing support system. You have these relationships that are not just, they're not ending. I mean, they are just beginning, and you're going to have them the rest of your life. And that, quite honestly, is bigger and supersedes this game.
And what some people at home may not realize is you guys, not only did your basketball season get canceled, but a majority of the students at WashU have to leave campus. So how soon after did dad mode kick in for you to make sure all your players were safe?
I think there was a little bit of we spoke and spent some time on the court together, and by the time the guys, we got our stuff and got back in the bus and went back to the hotel, because we had several players who were from Chicago and elected to stay there. We had dinner together, and that was a lot of fun, just to have just to get together and just to talk and share time with one another, because we did realize that, I don't know how often or if we're going to get everyone back together. I mean, these guys, they've got jobs, they're going to be off. The students are all, the undergraduate students are out of the dorms by Sunday at 5. So that's such a, you know, that's a part that's really difficult because we can't get back together very easily.
Yeah, and make no mistake about it, this is no extended spring break. You guys still have academics you need to worry about, right?
Yes. Oh yeah.
So what's your plan moving forward? How do you guys plan to, handle this course load?
I know a lot of us are staying in our off-campus dorms. Just doing online classes is obviously something none of us have ever done. I think it'll go pretty smoothly though.
What about you, sir?
Yeah, we'll have a lot more time on our hands now that classes are canceled and we don't have practice, but I think it's going to be tough to kind of get back in the flow of schoolwork because our structure, like having basketball every day, was kind of just taken from us a little bit. So now we're going to have to figure out how to take advantage of this time when we're not necessarily on the clock, like feeling like we have to spend time getting stuff done.
And you're both St. Louis natives. Devon, I know you're a graduate of Whitfield High School. You're a graduate of St. Louis U High. How much does it help being home, being around your family, and kind of having this situation take place when you are closer to home?
I think it makes it a lot easier, especially now, like my family is coming back, like some of my brothers that are living out of town, they're coming home. So it's kind of a blessing. I get to see them before I thought I maybe could. But also just I get to stay in touch with my parents a lot easier than some of my other friends. And so yeah, it's definitely.
So you guys are going to do some fun things, still be around
Yeah.
friends and family.
Yeah.
Coach, what are you going to do? You can't coach, you can't recruit. What's up with you?
I have no idea. I honestly don't. You know, anytime when your season ends, I think I've always found like for a couple of days, you're a little bit in this weird sort of trance as you transition. I think the players go through that too, because we do get in such a great structure and routine, and it's always the next practice, the next game. There's always that next thing to prepare for, and so that always ends. Every season comes to an end. Ours ended in an unusual fashion. So I think we're all kind of coming to grips with that, and I think that goes beyond just us in athletics. I think you go across the board. There's a lot of people trying to figure that out, and I know I have a list of things that I've probably put off around home that I'm not very good at fixing, but I'll have to learn. But you know, spend time with our family, stay safe, obviously, and hopefully this will pass, and then we can resume with everything we have to do.
And touching on the basketball topic, do you guys feel like this was a missed opportunity, what you guys had in front of you?
Yes, for sure. I think any competition during this tournament, there's always that chance where you can either win or lose. And we were supremely confident in what we could have done. But yeah, just that abrupt ending, it just takes it out of your hands.
On the bright side of things, you guys did end the season with a victory, so you get to go out on that high note. Is there any sort of a blessing in disguise that you can take away from this entire situation?
I think, again, I go beyond the wins and losses, and I'm really blessed to have 17 young men who are the best, high character. They're the right kind of people, and the relationships they have, the memories we have will extend the rest of our lives, and there always will be part of us that you know we don't know. I love that we left playing our best basketball. You know, we played really well in Lincoln last weekend and beat two really good teams, and came in with a lot of confidence. And as probably the other teams as well, any team that made it to this round was very confident. But even more important than that was I'm so excited to see what these two gentlemen to my left and the rest of our guys continue to do. They're going to make differences in this world.
Post plans after graduation, what's up? You're up first.
So I'm going to receive or earn a postgraduate degree abroad in the UK and also play basketball.
Okay. What about you, sir?
I'm trying to go to medical school. I'm taking a gap year this next coming year and working a little bit. But then hopefully next summer I'll be at medical school somewhere.
All right, and a question that I have for all of you. Your favorite memory of being a WashU Bear, not just the years prior to this one, but this team specifically?
We start off.
I honestly think that bus ride last night, just everyone got so close. We took another step in like just getting closer to each other and just building relationships for the future. And it was just a really awesome time. We were all so vulnerable and sad, but at the same time, really grateful and blessed to be close with these group of guys and share so many ups and downs throughout the years with them.
I would say that's definitely burned in the front of my mind right now. But during the beginning of the year when we had preseason workouts, we were supposed to do our hardest running ever, and we were all scared and kind of thinking about, okay, what's going to happen? And then we start and do one round, and it's like, okay, take a break. And then our assistant coach, Steve Wilcutt, comes in a wig in a bodysuit, runs in with just a bunch of dodgeballs. We started playing dodgeball. It was awesome.
That sounds like a really good memory. Coach, what's your best memory with these guys?
So many, and just beginning to start to kind of process all of them. Certainly yesterday, I guess I'm going to go back to last weekend in Lincoln. We were together from, I think we left Wednesday, late afternoon after practice, and then didn't get home till midday on Sunday. That 4 or 5 days in Lincoln, playing, just kind of all in the NCAA tournament, playing really good basketball in a great environment at Nebraska Wesleyan where we were outnumbered. They had a great crowd, and our guys were just lights out. And I think just that feeling of kind of that culmination and doing it together was something I'll never forget.
Well, you guys made a lot of memories this past year, and your 4 or 5 years that you guys had on campus. And anything that you think we left out that you want to mention about this program, about St. Louis?
I just think the WashU program is super special with the type of kids we get each year and the people that are already in the system. I just think you can't really find it anywhere else. How close we get with each other, how well we know each other, and also like how competitive we are as just people. It's a really cool mix, really awesome environment.
And you guys are always welcome back on campus, I'm sure, right, Coach? They're welcome back anytime.
Absolutely. Not only welcome, we expected back. We are a family, and these guys have benefited from players and alumni that were here that mentored them when they were first years, and our freshman class benefited so much from Devon and Matt and the rest of our seniors, and just caring, loving, mentoring, leading, and that will hopefully continue to perpetuate going forward.
Well, we appreciate you guys coming in, and that'll do it for your WashU Bears.